I'll talk in a minute. As I figure out where my mic is. I don't know where the hell it is. Hello. Hello, hello. I'll talk in a minute. We're down, just taking a little drive through Philly. You guys, I think you can comment. But I set the settings right. You should be able to comment if you want to. If you want to say anything. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't have my other mic. I only have this mic. Well, whatever the hell. I don't know how this sounds to you. Happy New Year. That's right. Hey, it is. All right. Happy New Year. Just thought I'd come in here and say Happy New Year myself. I'm taking for a little cruise around Philly. Little cruise. We're down here on Columbus Avenue. It's different names. Columbus Avenue, Richmond Street. You know, one time it might have been called Front Street. Front Street's one up one. They can't make their mind up. They can't make their mind up. New Year's, huh? It's here. We're gonna get these lights and go to the right. Let's see what they got going on downtown. Come on down here. We'll hit right down Center City. That's a new ramp. I showed it during the daytime. A new ramp. It's a new, yeah, technically it's a ramp. Roadwork, right? Yeah, it's really doing great up down here. On the left here is a casino that went in a few years back. Interesting about that, the Chinese didn't want to. It's a Chinese community close by, and their argument was that the casino would be predatory to the Chinese because of well, they're going to the left because the Chinese have a gambling problem. It was interesting. Interesting argument. Of course, it lost, and the casino went in. That did disclose, though, the Chinese were all of that position. They weren't. I don't recall hearing any other Chinese person saying no, that's not true and that's racist or whatever. They were like, no, we got a problem of gambling in our culture. So that was and they went right there. So I'd have to say that that's not by accident. They went there. That they did some research and might have come to the same conclusion. I've gone in there. Yeah, there's some Chinese people in there, but it's not dominated by Chinese. So who the hell knows the outcome of that? But here we go. So that's the water. That's the water to the left. And now there's a casino right there. I'm gonna zoom in. That's casino with the fancy colors. Oh, let me tap on the focus here too. Great. It's nighttime. Cameras. That's a cell phone. Okay. Those lights are getting it. Lights are taking it out. I'm gonna zoom out where it can. Come on, baby. Yeah. Have you seen on the my other channel? I was talking about the if you're on the other channel, where I was trolling and having a little good time about a few current day topics. Sugar House Casino. That's the parking pretty much. It's a little guy to your right of that in the video. I've got to keep looking straight so you guys got to catch on. That's it right there, Sugar House. A friend of mine owns some land over here next to these giant ass. You know what? Let me do this. Hold on. Let me get over here. Let me get over to the left for a second. I'll show you the bridge. I'll show you the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. See how they light it up during this time of the year. They should have a cycle of lights coming up on it on the left. Okay. There's a giant, whatever, condos. turn off the lights already. I wanted you guys to see the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. They do a nice light show around this time of year. Come on, light show. Okay, we'll get over to it. Adjust the camera for better angle of view. Get a better view. Better angle of view. It's Dave and Buster's. My man's not here. Australian guy usually pops in. I know I'm not doing many live videos on this channel, but I apologize for that. No but about it. I'm gonna get a nice little double turn right around as soon as I hit. There's a private parking to the right here. It's got one of the best views of the bridge. Yes, APS. I like your symbol. Yeah, I like sharing other things too. I like sharing well, I really like sharing anything with engineering and having intellectual conversations about that. The yeah, we go. The PE, even PEs. So I don't give much credit to all PE. Remember PE and engineering makes it so everybody. Um, I don't go for all the hype. So I want to brag to you, but I don't. Well, I don't know. I'm not discounting. Let's wait for this break. And I didn't want this to be go down there. I guess I couldn't go down that little bit of a biased track of anything. But you remember you at some point you weren't a PE, right? And you acknowledged then. You lock this down. Okay, it's sort of like being a doctor, isn't it? Doctor just can do anything he wants with you because he's got the PE. And of course ethically they should not. So, I'm of the mind that you should be more. The PE should be just like doctors should be more defined and restricted. So I'm not really the one. If you have a PE, I apologize, for triggering you. Of course, I'm talking against myself, but yeah, because to build this bridge, you almost got a damn friggin' electrical engineer PE, right? It's a little, it gets a little weird with that. It gets a little weird for me on that one. Yeah, but I didn't want to pound anybody. Usually these lights start doing their little thing. I'm looking at the camera. It doesn't appear you see the same lights I see. I see green, red, white. I see some purple. I think you see purple over there. So I don't want that to be my qualification for you to or think that I know what I'm talking about. I like everybody, especially people that are not engineering backgrounds, that challenge anything I say. And the reason why is because I get to learn. I think everybody is a mentor to me. Um, and every interaction is a mentor to me. So I get to learn. I choose to learn from every interaction. So if someone says, well, that doesn't make sense, instead of me just going, well, you don't make sense, I like to know how does it not make sense, That way they might tell me something. I'm like, oh shit, I see your point of view now. And in fact, I can see where it doesn't make sense to you, and I should address that issue. That's the way I look at it. I don't have the I got cockiness on my skill set and everything else, but I also have cockiness about saying, hey, tell me what's in your mind because you might be able to teach me something right now through through how you see the world. I love kids. I don't love them like as I like the bastards, but I love them as far as their minds is so virgin that they see things differently. They're not corrupted like we are being older. And then, so I try to keep my mind in a childish sense. Wow, that was a nice way to block my ass in. Like uh, you like who? Oh, kids. I'm sorry, the video, right? My mic's messed up. I like kids' mindset, the child mindset, the one that now can see things differently. They just don't take it for granted. So when you say to a child, hey, um, this bridge is being held up by whatever you might say, the cables, and you're trying to explain load path to them, maybe they understand it, but maybe they say to you, oh, but why did they make it so narrow? Or why did they not you do this? They see something totally different. Whereas as we get older, we all of a sudden accept the data given to us and that's it. Whereas a child might see it, yeah, they see something different. Like you remember when you were told there's the L going across that's the train going across. As a child, you might have been told, that God existed. Initially, you were like, huh, what? And then you question it, but then they finally told you can't question it. It is what it is, and that just killed everything for you. You no longer could explore the what if or why or tell me why. Um, and ultimately, that's the way we get. We keep getting told that through our entire lives about almost everything. This is this way, and that's it. I'm a post tension hater, and to some degree, post tension concrete. So that I tell you my agendas if I'm up to something or things like that. I like being I like recognizing my biases and then sharing them, and I love it that people can recognize it too when they recognize your own bias, your own stuff. What's that? There you go. Steel grinder, steel girder. Okay, yeah, steel girders. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Steel girders. That's the water pump. That's where it is. Yeah, steel girders. You can observe them, maintain them, watch them a lot more. I have a video that I made. I have to share it. One of my favorite bridges in Philadelphia is yeah, and I can't remember right the Falls Bridge, and there's a couple of Falls bridges. It it's got this awesome. Maybe I can drive past it. This awesome eye bolt design that ties it together. So if you want to look it up, it would be Falls Bridge. That's about it. FALS Bridge. And if you look up Falls River Bridge, it's wrong. That would not be the correct finding of it. And you'll see that's the bridge with the eye bolts. It's beautiful. It was made in 1890. It's steel. It has a double decker design to it. It was going to be a double decker back then, and the loads then were just horse buggies and hay or whatever the hell they were moving around. Hey, Doss. Hey, Doss. You just missed it, Doss. I just left the bridge there. Delaware, I mean Delaware Bridge, the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. and just taking a cruise around and seeing who pops in on New Year's saying hello. There it is. Beautiful. Now there's the lights hitting it a little bit better. That's the Benjamin Franklin one. It's funny, I don't see anybody in here at all. I'm only seeing one person. Let's take a right. Let's see if we can. Oh shit! Hold on. Always get that street mixed up sometimes. That's not the one I want to make a right on. That shit will crash me. Will send me nowhere. So we're underneath the Benjamin Franklin Bridge right now. And behind a SEPTA bus. We'll run you downtown. See, I only see one person in the whole video, and yet clearly two people just said hi to me, so, and interacting. Google's a little special, aren't they? SEPTA. SEPTA, SEPTA. So we're going to see what kind of lights they got, action they got going. It's an old fire station at the corner there. And right here years ago, a cop got killed in there, undercover FBI guy. Pulled the gun out in the car with the other drug dealers. They didn't know he was an FBI guy. He thought he was going to try to outdo him. They fucking wound up shooting each other in the car. Fucking everybody shooting everybody in the damn car. Okay, there's a little lit up action going on here at the front. Oh, I know what to do. I'll get you guys up top and give you a nice river rink little view. River rink. Yep. River rink. Seaport Museum. Hell, I didn't even know they had a Seaport Museum down here. I know they had that thing, but I didn't know they called this. Well, maybe I did. I just don't have a memory for it. So what are you guys doing? What'd you do yet last night? My ass stayed out till 5 o'clock in the morning. Correction. I stayed awake till 5 in the morning. Ah, shit. I did not want to go over this bumpy ass road. These are our cobblestones. They're just great to drive on. Can't even read your comment. My eyes are being bounced around off the cobblestones. Okay, what you got for me? Those pier caps seem small for only 2 piers. What I just drove past? For 2 pier, yeah. Oh, you mean the for the Benjamin Franklin Bridge? Oh, you watched the ball drop. Okay, yeah, I missed the ball drop. I missed the balls drop, or ball drop. But I love watching how they scatter. Right after that ball drops, never seen, you know, I find it interesting how tens of thousands of people can scatter so fast. They'll turn on red. That's what I find interesting. So we're at Penn's Landing, Front Street. And there's your Front Street. Okay, messing that up. Front Street, Penn's Landing. If I do this right and I get some parking, I'll be able to show you guys the top from up here looking down of it was, wait a minute, any comment? Okay, well, I might be able to see the bridge again then, because we're actually above what we just went by. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna show you down here. You might like this little view at nighttime. The bus owns this lane, and I'll pull up. See if I can get you guys a nice little hit. Damn it, he owns it right to here too, and no damn SEPTA people. Yeah. I'm gonna show you then off to the left, that overpass bridge. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope my volume is not too bad. I thought I'd brought along my mic. Let me check the car again for the mic. It'd be much better for you. I'm talking real loud because I know this damn phone turns somehow the mic is muffled, I think. a second. No luck on that mic, so you guys might hear me in a regular voice. I don't know, but to me, I'm pretty much dialing it up. All right, let me jump out of the car and show you that pier cap you said. See if you can point it out to me again. For the general principle of it. Hold on, different hat. My bald ass needs a hat. Hold on, here we go. I'm gonna kill that. I can hear you. Okay, cool, thanks. Phone is heating up like a son of a bitch. Ooh. Hold on. Keys. My car might lock me out. Let me dial down the screen. I don't need the full bright screen. I don't need location on. It's gonna save me. All right, here we go. So we just came. First road. We came through there. And then we went through this one. It's the overpass. So you said that pier caps were probably right here. And basically it's across an upper deck that we're on now. And so yeah, I can see what your pier caps, looking at them. It's sharing, you know, it's a girdered, steel girdered on one side, and is it steel girdered on that side too? I think so also. I'm walking up on it. Looks like steel girder, indicated by the braces apparently like right there. So bigger steel girder here, transitioning to the smaller steel girder, widest, bigger span on that side, more ratio. The depth ratio is largest, the ones to the right. And these guys, it looks like to be the same. These two spans, the back spans, if you call it. That looks like a post-tension structure here, the last part of that bridge going over. Left, okay, gotcha. And then that one, it looks like post-tension too. I don't see any concrete design to it. I mean, steel design to that one. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Are they sharing? So your pier cap, looks like interesting now that you brought it up. I'm going to zoom in on it if I can. Hopefully it won't be too grainy. Looks like it's sharing on top of the one to the right. So it's transferring the load on top. It doesn't look like it's splitting the difference. If you look at that little shelf of this span, it's like a shelf here. So it's pure, you know, apparently from this distance. Looks like it's sitting on a shelf right there on top of the previous structure, transferring the load down that pier cap, onto the pier cap. If I zoom in, we're going to get real grainy, but let's see. Yeah, you can't really tell, but it's like right the outer section. Let's see if I can do it again. Getting closer to it. It's this one, they didn't actually make the connection above the pier cap. They made it out here in the mid-span. Not quite mid-span, in the span between the two piers, if you will. And so it's more like a cantilever. This one's like a cantilever stopping out to there. And then they built that section, and then they dropped this section into this one and that one, dropping it on top there, securing it together. Now, I can prove that by going on this underside and looking at it. Back on your pier cap, look how it looks like they put an extension on, or an added shelf, or whatever the hell we got going on over here. The depths of these two, you see the shadow? It's like that's a pier cap, and then they added the, I don't see it on the other one. And then he added that for whatever reason. Wow, too bad it's not during the daytime. I'd go down there and evaluate that. But you can see now it's sitting on top of there and transferring the load. So usually when I see only two piers, the cap will be a bit larger. Yeah. And it's post-tension. This part of the pier cap is post-tension. And I'm not a post-tension man. I'm a steel man. I guess you said the same thing. You can't monitor it properly. You got to see it in failure mode to pretty much catch on. Look, they've got a crown inside the steel member going over, so it's not just done with just a flat member. It has an arch to it. and so is the post tension on the other structure. But the loads are the dead loads. What, these vehicles on top, and the live loads of that bus coming over and stacking up that traffic. But let me show you this over here now. We're down at look at that. There's the bridge right there, the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. As I understand it, this was going to be an entrance or some big landing or whatever the hell they were doing here. And this is as far as they got structurally, and nothing else went out. And so now it looks like it's like designed to make it look like it's some grand entrance to nowhere. I guess I'd have to go down there, AS, to see if you can see if any post tensioning on it, because we'd see it at the end. But yeah, I'd have to go down there and look. But you're probably, dating this thing back then. You make me think I want to walk down there, but I got to think about my car. If I didn't have my car in the wrong spot, I'd walk down to confirm you. Funnel cake. Isn't that kind of cool? You make me want to go over there and look now. See if I can get a little closer. So, can't see the ends. Where they hide the grout, where they grout it closed. If it was post tension, I can on this one. And I'm going with you on reinforced now. So I amend my comment more towards yours and not mine. Simply because of the design even. I can now see clearly that this is not full, so if it's tapered, you don't do the post tension, all that shit wouldn't come out to there and then cap it. So clearly what you say is correct, is more correct than my first comment. So you're the winner. It's the best I can do like this. Look at that size of steel there, baby. That's a steel. There's your pure cap. There's your old school pure cap. Huh. Look at the cover of the bolts. How close they are near the outer. And then they're not. What do you got here? Yeah, it's got a shoulder and lanes over there in theory, but these days. So you can see, possibly they were going to, it's got a wider road there, possibly they were going to make this wider up here. I don't think of another reason besides, structurally that they would want to expand or have this extra cantilever. Nah, the radius would be killed then. They'd have to start the radius back here. Maybe that was their intent at one time. You know how it changes, things change. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have to find the original plans of this for fun. That's something else I could play with. So, to see if it ever had a change, if they were to do a different detail. Because remember, it would have been over here, I think. What we're standing on now, I think, I don't know what it was. It was something. All right, so let me give you my source. My source is some guy, the historical guy, who was informing me about this one day. And so I didn't ask him his source, and I never bothered. So, you got to discount or give it whatever flavor you like about that. How was the deck? It's concrete. It's pavers on one side. I can't really tell. You need traffic. It's got a hell of a drainage system on it. Oh, look at the handicap ramp, apparently. Handicap ramp. Got some asphalt out here and throw a ramp on. We're still on the deck. Standing water. This has always been their little fancy detail since we're down here at the water. No, it's pretty, you can see if it's made out of concrete, it's gets some vibration. You can feel it when the vehicles come over, yet no major cracking. Here's the expansion on it. Expansion is not finger jointed, it's just regular. Yeah, it's pretty, but our spans for this aren't that great. So they're just using as, oh, that's totally clogged. So nope, there's a drainage issue. That's clogged. Huh. I have no idea what they were doing there. On top of a deck, as you stated. But it reveals this is asphalt over here and an asphalt repair concrete next to it. You can see the exposed aggregate. This one's, well, that one's toast. Oh, it's a box drain or fake me out. There's only pipe right there. Looks like a 6-inch pipe. I felt no vibration when that bus just went over. So, go that it deals with all the vibration and all that. I felt nothing. I'm standing right on the deck itself. So this thing's deflection. That's why you get no cracks and all that. Look, the handle deflection. Spoke too soon. Just a little expansion crack. Another one partied right next to it. Oh, that's what you're asking. The pan of it. I got you. Huh. You were asking how they did the false works, the transferring the loads and all that from underneath. I got you. Let's see. What's our width of this thing roughly? Here comes a bus. 10, 20. I don't know, 25. 30 feet. You can see it's got a crown in it too. It's crowned. Let's see. How the hell do I get down there real quick and get a peek under for you? You'd have to go down the end down there. Look at my axe. Right, it was there. It's gone now. It's closed off. You can drive under there ultimately, but I'd have to go further down and come back up. Thinking. Yeah, I didn't know you meant the structural part of it, the actual, bridging between the girders. But when you said panning, yeah, I realize I'm not used to people like you coming on this channel, well, communicating with me. And so I usually have to dumb down things, and I have to try to explain in a standard in a layman's terms. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see that panning. I'm game for that. I'm game. It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's, rather. You got a little interest in it? You're in Ohio, you said? Ohio? It's probably kind of lit. It's lit under there, I think. I think it's pretty well lit. I'll take you to anybody else here. I don't know if anybody else here. I only see one person, which will be you. And of course me, but it doesn't even show me. So it's kind of weird. Google does that a lot. Sometimes I think I'm talking to myself. And then, oh, there's the fucking, right there. There's our spot. Back up. No parking anytime. Let me go a little further. Now we're good. Fuck me. Ohio, yes. They're allowing free parking right now until I think the 3rd in a lot of places, but I'm still in no parking zone. Now I got one. I've got one for you. Hey, look, I met your brother, man. Tim, by the way. How come everybody's last name is by the way, and I can't find anybody? No, I'm just kidding, of course. Hey, Alex. It's just Kai. Some of my videos I make a mistake and put them up just so you know when if you ever subscribe and play around. you'll see that you can't access it. It's because I was sending it off to somebody else to look at, and I forgot to mark it not to send it out on general on Google. So if you ever see something, the video doesn't show up, you can't watch it. It's because there's probably an update on a job site, and I was sharing it, and I didn't want the sharing it with certain people, and then they go in on the link, they look at it, and maybe later I'll go back and edit it. If I get permission to release it, then I'll just all of a sudden just release it. Even put it on my other channel sometimes. So let's go ahead and let's see what this thing's got under there. Let's play with your panning, your decking. Man, I got this nice anti-vibration tool I left at home. I would love to have brought it out and walked just now with it. So I'm into photography. On my other channel, it actually talks about photography. I really always liked it since I was a kid. So I might cross the line with some photography statements. You can have fun with that too. I like it more technically and things like that, not like, I don't know. Psychologically, I think, so they got a nice ramp here. What's ironic? You like photography also? Like this. Commodore Barry Bridge. Yeah. What the hell? Benjamin Franklin Bridge. I guess my brain just says whatever the fuck it wants to. I was like, I don't care what you're thinking. I'll give you this one. Actually, I do that a lot. And you might bust me on it on the channel a few times, and you might think you caught me in something. In reality, my dumbass didn't catch myself messing up. So here's your steel system. Oh, okay, your floor beams. Your floor beams are tied in. Oh, didn't see that coming, actually. Why did I think that? Huh. I'll tell you what I was thinking in a second. I'm looking at it, probably you're looking at it too right now. So it looks like a little tapered cantilever system off of the piers. That is steel also that it comes out to, and is bolted there with this ledge that is, it's just a cantilever concrete. So there's your last girder, and outside, and then you have a cantilever deck. So it had false works on it, obviously. Low. So it had false works on it, obviously. And then they removed the strip that I can't tell what kind of false works because it's so damn smooth. You know how normally you see the plywood, etc. I see no indicator of 8-foot at this moment. 8-foot plywood planks or anything. Yet it appears to be concrete. I'm looking at the underside of concrete. There's your bridging, or blocking. I don't know what you guys call it. Bridging, blocking. There's that draining system I said, 6-inch. Of course, not at that same different location. Yeah, you figure the loads, right? But they made it all the same for even the dead loads and live loads because they're all the same. This is the parking section over here, and over there is the. So they didn't change it. They made all so it could all be load, 100% carry the same load. Of course, I don't know the intent, but that's what it looks like to me. There's that cantilever. I mean, come on. Huh. So this is squared off here. Over here at cantilevers. So then, that never had an intention to be wider than. It's just their look they wanted for a wider base road without having the piers in here. Yeah, it does. And I guess that's mostly because, I don't say guess to you. No deflection. The deflection is like all covered. I love the bolting system, the plates. So they did not put it on any brackets. This is just all being held up under shear bolts. And I don't know the numbers of the bolts, whether they're shear bolts or, of course, they would be shear bolts, not slip plate. So, I'm just looking at them close to my eyes. Sorry, leaning over, like, yeah. But they just put it on the flange. They just tied right into the flange. So you see the load transfers, flange, transfer, load transfers, all flanges. And the flanges are welded. These flanges are welded that they're, you see what I'm looking at. I can't tell, cannot tell. Of course I could tell if I knew what it was. And then, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how, the decks appear to have had a couple of, the deck appeared to have a couple, over time, had a mixture of concrete, asphalt, well, what the hell, like, all right, exposed aggregate, and the concrete repaired to the one side looked like it had a different surface preparation. Just trying to get across. That was this view, actually, apparently. Yep, just, oh, okay, you might like this. Look how they thicken the bottom of the cord up. The bottom flange of the steel member. Just out to there. And it goes from there all the way. I don't know, my brain decided it had to come up short. Just showing you what my brain decided. But obviously not. It comes all the way over to the pier cap. It's kind of cool. Let's see that extra bonus round up there. Oh, okay. Wow, it's a lot of volume of water right here. And there's a clean out, nowhere near it. So oh, it's a seam, expansion joint. Oh, this is what it looks like over there in the other one, I think. But I misunderstood it from my distance. That looked like it was connected to here. But now, we'll go look at it. But now it's clearly connected to the one to the right of it. And you got some breakage here with the reinforcement. The expansion, your rust, deterioration going on. You can't see it. You see the missing concrete, so you got some expansion that blew it out. And you've got all this exposed. So here's your cover, obviously sucks ass here. The cover is down to, there's the surface, there's my finger. I can see it just touching the surface. So somebody took it one step too far with adding reinforcement. Look at the ghosting of the old reinforcement here, all gone. Vertical. But it's not buckling or anything. It's just, that reinforcement got too much moisture on it. Thanks, yeah, I didn't see it. I had my head up. This is doubled. Look at this guy. They doubled it. So they must have put all this shit in like a crane or something, man. Did it all on the ground or something. Just lift these damn sections up. I think we'll see two of them on. The lights got us right behind here. Visually, I can't see it either. They're not bolted together. That's where the expansion is going to be, I'm assuming. There's it going up through the bridge, through the barrier. Wow, really redirecting on the, you got your ASR going, your silica reaction stuff going on here with all that fucking water on it. Oxyjacking. Oxidation. So, oh, look at this, couple little spots of reinforcement. I was expecting to see oh, that's the drain. Let's go take a look at that before I get run over. Yeah, that's the drain box. So they put reinforcement on each side. Now I'm starting to see your ASR, your at the seams coming all the way through. So obviously water's coming through this deck. But specific areas right here. The span is about equal to that span, and yet this one has, maybe they were cold joints when they were putting the concrete down. Well, that's kind of weird. That doesn't make sense. Look, they're too close. What are you gonna do? Cold joint, pour a piece of concrete, stop, pour a piece of concrete, stop. I'd like to see that mirrored up top to show, this water penetrating it. We're back to that reinforcing bottom chord of the bottom flange of the girder of the I-beam. And this time it does stop here and not to the full end, and this time it's symmetrical. It stops there too, for my eyes. Looking for that deck, okay, it's similar, same. We got a lot of moisture here too, a lot of cracking, rusting. A lot of expansion going on that. This one's really getting it. A lot of moisture again. A lot of water. Gotta get over to that one, over there. The one you pointed out, when we went through it. What'd you say? Yeah, underside of it. Yeah, that's not something I've seen either, that I can think I've seen. That's why I like to see it mirrored up top. This one, same deal, but the butt part is the first bay, if you let me call it a bay. The first bay is pretty much exempt from it. This is a beginning of it, and I know I'm looking into the lights of the cameras catching hell, and it might be, there we go, block the light. The beginning of it right there. It's consistent though. Look, I'm seeing something here. A line, maybe a stagger right there. That last or second bay over. There's multiple, just like the other ones, are consistent. That's the car parking. Yeah, I thought of cold joints. Too many cold joints. Look, cold joint, cold joint, cold. That's what I said initially, but that would mean the concrete guys, what, they ran the concrete right there, and ran the concrete right there. It's so many, so close to each other within, let me see, that's probably 5 feet apart. Let me see if I can get you a little, same thing again. So this is exempt from the water issue. So at every expansion, it appears so far, it's shit. So expansions in the new world of good engineering, they make sure that expansion somehow the water issue would be resolved here. That when you put expansions, you think they would, then tell you, look, whenever you do expansions, always think of this water issue gonna, can deteriorate or kill the lifespan of your structure. But we don't teach shit like that. You got to learn that in the field, and you got to apply it as you are allowed to apply it. So there you go again on the way to transferring the loads. That I-beam is actually a cut. The flange has actually been relieved right there. Let me get you up there. It's been relieved on one side. Kind of zoom out. So it's been relieved on one side on that one, not on the others. I can see at this point. Maybe the last one on the end then, you would think? Nope. Nope. Huh. Look at the extra reinforcement they did here. And it's much more substantial steel. Because this looks like, maybe 3/8. Half inch, 5/8 steel. But the one to the right of it, it even takes graduation up. So I'm reaching it. That's a 1/2 inch, I'm guessing. Oh, this doesn't look bigger than that. And the one next to it, and now all of a sudden this guy gets to be 1.25 inches. Then we're back down to the other one. Of course, it's sharing the load across both, sharing the load from one side to the other. We know that. So it's not the entire, it's not taking an entire hit. Oh, you might like this. Yeah, yeah, so I said it's all in shear. If hope you can hear me. I feel like I gotta holler. It's all on the shear with these plates. Two-sided, not just one-sided. I'm confirming that with you just now. Fuck that. I guess it's not two-sided. Correction, it's not two-sided. That's just the flange that they bolted it through. This one's on this side. Two rows on each part of on this side. It is, I guess that's optional, man. This one's double flanged. This one's single flanged. I'm talking about the plate. And that one's double. I guess you're on recording. You run me over, fucker. So anyway, look at the radius. Look how they did their radius. That's that turn above we read earlier. So this one now ties into that. That one ties into there, and of course this now becomes it spans and brings the load back to that end, over to there. Oh no, it doesn't. It makes it into that girder, into that floor beam. So that single floor beam is taking the load, sharing the load of the deck above, and I don't know how would we look at that. We'd say somewhere about here, and the rest going that way, you know, theoretically, and then going to this floor beam, and then into the girder. Oh, okay. So let's see if they upsize this. I'm standing under it, trying to get a rough scale of it. Looking over here at the pure caps, and let's see if they upscaled that one with that design. Well, this one now we understand why it's more beefy. More beefy up top because it's taking that load there. So if they reinforce the bottom again, bottom flange, oh, they need extra reinforcement here. So they reinforced, and then we'll get to that in a second. This one is, oh, you can see it now, I think. The plate, girder truss plate. This is cool. I like the comment about learning things in the field versus the classroom. Hey, William. Hey, William. So, wow, that flange. My brain just instantly thinks this flange is smaller. I'm scared. My eyes are getting messed up, you know, with the scaling now. So I'm just disclosing to you my bias if I start messing up. It's not. But this one played with me. I thought it was bigger. Cantilever. Look, they went over to the reinforced concrete or post tension. I don't know which one it is. Wow, that's the steps or something over here. With this cantilevers, and I don't know how it connects yet. Well, of course, if it connects, it's not a cantilever, right? So, right, I wanted to scale the bottom to see what the bottoms look like. Yeah. So the bottom flange of this is so-so. Let me take another double dip at the one back here. This is the one with the radius. So the one where they had the extra load into this floor beam and back to the girder, it's bigger. It's bigger. So we're slipping over. Now we'll see the surprise of this one maybe. So there's the end of the whole, that deck system we were just on. Ends on this pier here. As we rotate around, it's a cantilever. It's a cantilever, does not connect. And that's the expansion joint. This last section here is a cantilever. And that would correlate to almost the outside of the structure above where I was over here walking. When we went with the, we'll have to orient it. It's the outside of the upper bridge I was on. I said about 30 feet wide. That's the outside. Come across, you'll see that it's cantilevered, overlapping, if you will, that existing. So the walkway above is overlapping below into a cantilever, and then they switched over to this new system. A new system. So they went to concrete Again, we got some exposed steel. Wow, they changed the column size and shaping even drastically. Some exposed steel. I mean, it's got some size to it. Nothing really to take note of. I mean, nothing you guys aren't observing yourself at this point. Maybe the outside band joist, because it's not carrying like a building above it or anything. It's just decorative, I think, at this point. This outside one's overkill just for sport. Yeah, it advertised this, so it's like just an outside concrete decorative stringer, if you will, because here's the floor beams going across, and that's the same span. Clearly, you didn't have to make it that didn't have to be bigger. With that said, it's larger in height, and they made it more narrow. So now I can comment a little bit. So that one's more narrow. It's larger in height. No bridging. Good point. Good call. Yeah, I see. I like that. I'm looking down it now. Hey, does this wire count as bridging? And with that said, let's look at it. I know you got bad board. I had a better flashlight too. This is massively bigger. I'm thinking what's above, and I don't. We'll see. Oh, here's the road. Not the. I think that's just walkway, not road. That's human loads. Yeah, no bridging, and so our loads on this. Talking to you out loud. You jump in. The loads on this are just, human. I'll give you confirmation if it could ever. We're at the end. There's nothing there. Ramp. We'll hit it back up top. No bridging. And so if we knew the spans of that, we could tell you, how long the structure's been here. We'd be able to say, well, you can get this much life out of it. And no concrete deterioration underneath for that. So it'd be nice to see if that's got some nice, different cover up top, that they put like a roofing material on top of it. But let's get over this thing. Was it an optical illusion? It appears so. When I was up top, damn, I'm glad we came down. That's friggin' optical illusion. Remember I said that shadow and all the other crap? It's just a pipe that created that whole depth, faked me out depth of field. I hope you see that, AS, because I got to amend that statement about it. But now we're at that pure cap that you originally on. And now I want to see that how I visualize it from where. Oh shit! Got some erosion going on. My ass might wind up in the ground. All right, so I visualized that this was sitting on top of this structure over here when it was up there. But no, they're sharing a pier cap. It's 50-50. That can't be. Don't hold me to those numbers, but it looks like 50-50. Got a bit of a bevel on it. I'm looking at that too, AS. I'm looking at that. It's got a little bevel on it too. It could be the crown, but remember, oh shit, right there's where you put a plate to tie the two, to finish the span off and distance wise. And up top, I said it was cantilevered, and then they dropped the sections in. You would think that's the way they did it. So this was all one piece, and when I said it when I was up top looking, and it appeared so, and then it cantilevered off of this pier to there. And they made their next bridge connection with this girder system here. The girders all the way down. It does have bridging. Hey, you got panning under this one. Hey, yes, this one's got panning on it. See it? Metal panning. I can't give you the, any more detail. I know you can't. Let's see if I can get a better lighting if I can switch this camera around. Oh, they've had that repair. That explains that concrete up top, that new concrete. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Why is it a different detail? Yeah, I was walking over there. So it's this, if you see it gets shinier, that's new panning. So apparently that deck did fail, and they got to do new panning and come back with new concrete, resurface concrete, resurface. That's stupid. Resurface the bridge with, I don't like that. I don't like it when I'm coming off that. Then they had to put new surface on top, new resurface. Did they do anything else to the steel? It does not look like it. You've got existing rust. It looks like looks like it had been a long time ago. It's rust underneath the bottom flange. It doesn't look like it's you know, that they had to replace anything that bad. Diapers, huh? What part is diapers? Educate me. What's diapers? So back to this thing, which I find very... No, I don't find it. I see it now. Did they tie it in there? Nah. You can't really see it, so trust my eyes for a minute. Wow. I just tell you what I feel right now. I feel like it's a wider cap on this end, yet it's the same. What's getting me optically? Optical illusion or something, but this feels wider down this end. Still feels wider down that other end. I'm trying to think what optically is getting me. So if I look at the pier cap and then above it, that transition to the pier cap, this whatever that is. What does it look like? It looks like is it rubber? What the hell is it? Of course, it's some type of box. Looks like these guys right next to it. And the one next to it is gone, transitioned to, I was thinking like a roller system, the part of the expansion system. Can't tell. I can't see it. Something's tying them all across, like a little bridging. Oh, it's just a little angle iron. I can see it a little bit. Now we're back to, oh, that's what it is. So optically, this doesn't have a cap on it as the one to the left. So these are stays down. So the bridge might work all this. It might be on a, when I said it was crowned before, maybe this part of the bridge just runs all the water this side of the road, because you've got a bigger cap over shim, if you will, on each one, and rolling your way down to this end. It's smaller. So the water's running. Yeah, that says you got big, consistent. You can't see it, sorry. I'm moving on. I'll get you some light if I can. Not gonna happen. It's too dark. I'll come out of there. Oh, I got you. Yes, we got your version of diapering then. Yeah, there is some diapering. This is not it. Diapering, what's for your term? Diapering, that we do it around here then would be on the bottom of that flange, not on the top. On the top would be the deck, concrete, where it goes, and the diapering, we're just calling diapering is underside. And I'm trying to recall where. And they'll do it when the bridge is starting to deteriorate rather than fix it. So to protect the cars below, all of a sudden you'll see what you diapering being installed. And it will of course be called everything else but what it's designed to do, to stop the road from below falling on people's cars. They'll call it anything but that. Screening, barrier, all types of stuff like that. But they will never be told that it's because the friggin' road below is falling down to the ground below. That's the little thing here. So I think you said something down here. Oh, decking above. We'll take a peek at the this ASR thing. Well, of course, I'm assuming it's ASR. Yeah, I guess it would be. You know, it would be, but it's gonna mess up your inspections. At least that's my, my thing. You wouldn't be able to see like all this concrete reaction going on. I gotta play it safe around you. You might call me out on ASR. Bridging on the steel. No, I know you. I know you won't. I'm just trolling myself. So maybe the intent was always to have these piers over here. That width. Right side of this bridge is really suffering. Okay, you got it. Yeah, I see you. I saw your comment just now. And then we're going to go up that ramp. But yeah, look at it. It's turned. It's solidified right here. This is solidified if you see white. For anybody else that's watching, it's just water penetration right now. It's still moist down here. This will be a salty, slicky, salty taste. I'll taste it now. I guess I need some salt. Didn't taste bad. So, but with that said, it's created a crack. You can't see it yet. I meant the cap. It's failing also. I mean, failing pretty damn nasty. Yeah, if they get on this now, they could save this. Yeah, yes, I agree. Right now, oh fuck it, they can't save it. Look, it's done. See the lateral shear on it? It's fucking done. They need to get rid of that bitch. That shit's sheared right off. I think that's interesting. That why this one? Now you know we gotta check the other ones out. It's got two drains next to it. It's that expansion. We gotta head down to the other one, see if they got shear also. At the top of the pier cap. I think it's only what, 4 down? Here we go. Coming up on it. Nope, I don't see it as the same from this distance. It's the one with the camera right about now that you're seeing. And I don't see that same failure. And I'm looking way down there. I know you guys can't, the camera change the perspective. But you know what, let me look on the other side. I did not look around that entire column, pier. So I guess you could, theoretically say that this is one stage of it, and then one down there will be another stage, and the final failure stage is down here, this one down here. So it'd be kind of cool to do photographs of this and put it in classroom for somebody. Show them, hey look, what does this look like? It looks manageable, okay. And then bridge being built at the same time, you figure same concrete, everything, by the way these things look. Then you'd be able to say, well, why did this one do this? You'd have to take it apart slowly on the other ones too to see how the reinforcements install. So I guess I kind of answered my own question to show that you can only, wow, that was bad. And it's sliding too. It's not just sheer. It does have movement. It does have, well, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, William. Let's see, nothing to come of it. They're not going to. So here we go. Nothing's going to come. So that one's beautiful. It's expansion joints are where they're having their conflict, their drama. There's just it's a change in direction of the road. It's all coming this way, now you're going that way. And that's why that one's bigger, because it also takes on the besides being a girder going a floor beam, it then becomes a outside girder for the supports of the floor beam going in that direction. Let me get you over there. So it's doing two duties, carrying all the floor load, not all of it, of course, I keep saying all. So this one, and then it carries the floor beams over here. Wasting your light, right? I gotta get you out of there. Your light's shot, I know. Yeah, they're gonna, you know, there's so many bridges issues. So here we go, up we go. So obviously you can see the framing on this. They just use wood ply. Hey guys, how you doing? So look, they use wood, a whole bunch of wood angles on this to get this to make all this fancy, multiple compound shapes. Why do you need the shapes like that? Architecturally, I guess. It transfers all the load from this little thing onto this pier here. And just, you know, this walkway, just looking at it, it's all reinforced concrete. Piers coming in, and this one's just what, decorative. Or is it acting like bridging? Probably just architectural. Oh, well, yeah, never mind. I can't imagine those columns would need some supporting, you know, on scale if it's just up there. We got a little cracking there. Right. So now what I saw underneath, I misunderstood what I was seeing. It's part of the, look, that's the top part of what I just commented on. It's just part of the deck when they were building it, probably making it easier. The floor, the ramp, come wrap around. It's obviously not used over here. I mean, there's the underside of that. They're the bolt system. I wish I knew what bolts they were. Can't read them. No, I cannot read them. Maybe that one there. Nope, I'll try. Let me see over here. Nope, it's all painted over. Can't get it. Now, so look at these things. The railing. I guess it's railing above when we get up there. These nuts. But this has a guardrail. And you said, what about the pier caps here? You said they use the decking as part of the pier caps. Just tying it right in. It apparently works, right? Look, there's no breaking in it. Oh, no, it's concrete. That's grouted close. That's not, and it's winter time. It's been up for quite a few years. There's no compression happening on in there. And here, no, it's pretty damn. There's another one. No compression failures. You know, with all this concrete conflicting each other on multiple angles. And this is interesting though. And the little stalactites. No stalactite man, but look at the ASR hanging from there. And then down here, now the conflict is happening with that steel at this corner and the concrete above it. They're not expanding and working out together too well. All these holes, it seemed like they would line up with these holes, but they don't have the bolt system in it. And we'll see what that bolt system is all about in a second when we get up top. Every now and then one's rusted. It's in proximity to this joint. We'll remember that. Distance from the end. I think that's the bottom of your top of your road or walk sidewalk at this point, and or maybe it could be here, but then they should just add it as a railing. System is the concrete. You know, I like this stuff is what I like to see. You know, it's got history behind it for so many years. I know exactly the weather it's been experiencing, things like that. And you see these bolts going here. They're at a turn or going down a ramp and everything else, and no cracks coming off of them. I'm digging this. No cracks coming off them. You know, looking at the deck at the ramp, I don't see any control joints inside the literal ramp. It's the so the ratio they have, the thickness of it is working out. Here's a transition from one slope to a different slope point, and I do see different materials, but no hairline cracks mirroring through or anything. I'm impressed with that it worked out, that whoever installed this let it work the concrete, not too early, not too late, just apparently just perfect for whatever this end result was or is. Now up here is where I said that beam underneath transitions to the roadway up there. And let's go take a look at that expansion. And we look at the expansion. So it's crown. I see a crown here, right and left, when I look at it. So here's that transition. This is also where I said if we look down that it's down there. I said when we look down, it will be something else. Here's a gutter box. Oh, we're gonna go over here to that first expansion. Look for those bolts. I don't see the bolts, how they relate to any work being done up top. I'm going in front of you, Chief. Okay. So I don't see where those bolts relate. And it's right about here, where the line of bolts are, going all the way down. So the bolts, maybe they relate to this system here, and that they're yeah, you got that right, thank you. So maybe they're coming up through here to act as anchorage, so these things don't resist tip over. So now we have that one that is, let me look down. Yeah, we're at the one that, right here, look at this. We're at that one that that we showed the shear failure on, and we got a clogged drain above it. So the water's not getting down from a fucking drain. So this has been clogged for, I don't know how long it's been clogged, years. And so all the water redirects down this expansion joint. And I say two, I was going to say, meaning one girder on this side, one girder on this side, one section of the bridge, one section of the bridge. Redirecting the gutter becomes here, all on top of that pier cap, and there's where your failure is on that pier cap. Because again, what I said earlier, drainage. That this really, water is a son of a bitch. I love it, but water will do it. That's it. But, we're just playing around with my, going out here on New Year's Eve, and these fuckers obviously inspected this bridge, and they didn't say, hey, this is a water issue. Let's go ahead and see why we have water up top, as I said already. And then here it is, the fucking clogged drain. So this is save tens of thousands of dollars if they just keep the fucking drains clean. Sorry guys, I get a little emotional. This fucker is open, way up. There is no more expansion in it anymore, the material. As wide as that bottle, being a little bit compressed. But here's the rubber material here. So this explains why down here we don't see that water killing it down below. Here the expansion is in place. So let me show you the expansion again. Right there, the material, the rubber material. And yeah, it's a rubber material. So rubber apparent material. And it acts like a perfect gutter for all the water coming down here, hitting this, backing up in this section of the bridge. There's your gutter rail, your gutter box, if you will. All this becomes a gutter box. And working its way, seeping down through here by the tens of thousands of gallons. So then we have there's this thing here. I'm looking down the road too. Give me a second. Give me a second to get the focus going. Give you something to look at instead of just walking on at the ground yet. Okay. So now we're back to, I guess, old lamp. We're at expansion joint again. And that expansion joint again, we run across. You can't see it. There's a shadow outline of water. It becomes a gutter box. Now that explains why water on one side of the bridge is experiencing more issues. It is here. So water also says the bridge is leaning to the left, right? Or you have proper drainage to the right. And I don't know what I'm looking at there. Here we go. Here it is, clogged up. So you guys can see it because you can't. Clogged up. So that's not an expansion though. That's that double steel we saw below, 1 and 2. So build up as much as it can until it finally makes it to an expansion, which is there. I was trying to see if it had the opening underneath of here. It does not. So this bridge is designed to maintain water on the deck and direct all water through gutter boxes, and yet they don't maintain it to do what it's designed to do, the system. You know, there's no openings underneath this barrier to allow water to run off the side. So there's no choice but to stack up. And I would say I'm higher in elevation down there. So I'd still say all where I'm standing now, all goes that one issue, that one pier column. But then right here we have expansion, and it is open. Can't tell it. Oh, maybe you can see the light down there below. That's like that. That's the people below. So this allows the water to come through. There's your standing water there. There's your drain, but it's on the opposite side, and that box is only worth this little piece here, because I don't think that water is making it uphill to here. Perhaps it. No, I don't see that happening at all. It's probably the cleanest fucking drain box they have in the box. So in theory, I said it's the cleanest drain box, and it is. Look. You can't tell. It's pretty damn clear.